Previously on Salvation.
James Prescott killed my partner, the father of my daughter.
2 years ago, at the request of then Deputy Director Gideon Kreider, my firm filed a restraining order against you, Detective Quinn.
I watched my partner die, the man I love, die!
UV reactive tattoo ink.
Melissa meant for you to find it. She knew you were the only one who would understand its meaning.
Did she mention which professor she was meeting with?
I made a decision that I thought would help her.
You failed her! He's being represented by DCI.
I will end your career, and your partner's career, and your boss's career.
Transfer over from missing person. 24-year-old white female, last seen leaving a bar on Stewart Street, about a block from the waterfront.
Melissa Wheeler.
I didn't know who to turn to, but you always looked out for her.
Chase? Yes, Elias? Do you really have to go?
Detective O'Reilly, he's a good man, and he cared about Melissa. But he heard what he wanted to hear.
This was found among some of her belongings.
She said that she was working with a professor on a book he was writing.
Any conversation about Prescott cannot begin without first acknowledging the events of 3 years ago.
Robin Quick. Now, there's a name I haven't heard in a while.
The secrets we keep, Maddie. They're the truth inside the lie.
San Jose is dead and gone.
And still others, my dear, sweet Maddie, find solace in choking the life out of little girls.
I found out some interesting information on your friend Maddie.
And that lie that you're so keen to keep quiet will destroy more than just me.
The only thing you'd get out of her was a diary.
It'd help more if there weren't so many pages torn out of it.
Melissa could have torn it out herself. Also neglected to mention that they might have been involved.
How'd you get that bruise on your neck, Maddie?
I don't know.
Ah, see, there you go with the lie again.
Keep your mouth shut and your tongue silenced.
She was my friend.
If she was your friend, why don't you know anything about her?
There's my favorite goddaughter. Man, I missed you.
You don't deserve that child.
You have your mother's eyes.
My mother's dead.
Andrew wanted me to take care of her in case anything were to happen to him.
What's a Repha'im?
My dad's notebook. Chase gave it to me.
You said, go, now, fly, Repha'im.
Dr. Westryn, head of research at San Tech.
Among the tribes, there were 3 that were feared above all else.
Beverly!
You took her from me.
They were said to exist of nothing more than shadows and whispers, nurturing mankind's darkest impulses.
I have whispers in my ear.
They say you outsmarted creation itself.
They were said to be great corruptors, dark angels.
So my question to you, Robin, is how did you get to her?
After her father died, after her brother ran away, that's the only thing that kept her going, was the hope that someday Elias would turn up at some halfway house somewhere.
Something you said a moment ago about John's grant. At the hospital, there was a man and he and John were arguing.
Did he say who?
Gideon Kreider.
Deborah. According to the AD of Special Projects, Alexandria is out of town on family business.
He's only been in the position for a few months. I doubt he had the opportunity to meet her.
Prescott worked as a security guard for Deborah's Palo Alto offices. And by coincidence, oh, and this is the really interesting part, those are the very offices that funded Dr. Westryn's research.
But as you and many people are well aware, there has never been a proven connection between Dr. Westryn's research with Santec and our endeavors over at Deborah.
Can you give her back?
And now the conclusion.
I can give her back to you, Detective. But you have no idea what you're asking.
I have a pretty good idea.
We lose things, Detective. The things we care about, the things we were never meant to have. You think you're the only one who lost someone they care about? You can't get them back no matter how much your heart aches. You don't have that power and you don't want it.
Don't presume to know what I want!
Oh, who are you kidding? You lost her. Get over it. The world doesn't change because you want it to, because you're angry, because you have a gun pointed at my head. Creation doesn't bow to your every whim. What I did destroyed a city.
You did more than that.
Then you know why I can't help you.
I lost her!
And I lost my daughter!
You don't have a daughter! I've read about the great Lauren Westryn, as dead and barren as the city she destroyed.
I am so sorry for you. You have no idea what you're asking me. You're full of guilt and anger and fear, and you want the power to make it all go away. You want the power to remake your life at the expense of... You don't even care. You hear them, don't you? The voices in the dark. The secret whispering of your heart. What do they say? Do this, kill her, and ye shall be as God. How well did that story end?
Snap your neck. The only one who would have missed you is dead.
I don't know.
What have I told you about telling lies?
Where are they? Open it.
You open it.
Everything she thought. Everything she felt from the moment she met you and found happiness in your arms to those last breathless moments. Everything between me and thee.
Protecting you, Maddie. You have no idea of this world you live in. And when it comes to Melissa, don't imagine for a moment that you're not every bit as guilty as I am. So, I'm just going to have to be your guardian angel for a while. Jiminy Cricket. And I'm going to make it my mission to make sure you forget all about dear, sweet Melissa. You'll be better for it. Now, I believe you have something else that belongs to me.
Hurled headlong, flaming from the ethereal sky, with hideous ruin and combustion down to bottomless perdition, there to dwell in adamantine chains and penal fire. Who durst defy the omnipotent to arms? 9 times the space that measures day and night to mortal men, he with his hard crew lay vanquished, rowling in the fiery gulf, confounded though immortal. But his doom reserved him to more wrath, for now the thought both of lost happiness and lasting pain.
That's really nice, Chase.
What's with the biblical stuff?
It's Milton, Paradise Lost, Satan's expulsion from heaven. I found it on my windshield this morning.
We instituting a new literacy program for parking violations?
I think it's from a mutual friend.
Oh goody, another poem-spouting whack job. They just keep on coming these days.
Well, somebody should tell them that San Jose wasn't the end of the world.
There are roughly 1 million people that would disagree with you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You know, I have had it with this dark Angelique person.
Oh, can we please just call her something else? Come on. I can't be the only person that thinks this is the stupidest name. Dark Angelique? It's so... Life Journal. Beverly! Let's just call her Beverly.
Why Beverly?
I hate to interrupt this pointless banter into wordplay, but word came from on high. We're getting reassigned.
What? Why?
Apparently the feds need us to help with their protection of a witness. Dr. Westryn is scheduled to testify in the next 2 weeks.
No, they can't expect us to do this.
Chase.
Who are we protecting her from?
Everyone.
The San Jose Institute of Technology has 6 known board members under indictment.
This is bullshit.
5 of them were murdered in the last 2 weeks.
And I'm listening.
Westryn is the only surviving member, so you can understand the urgency.
Why do we only hear about this now?
San Jose is gone. 1.5 million people are dead. The rest are scared. No one wants to see their scapegoat die while in custody.
So it's better if she dies in our custody.
And we're agreeing to this why?
Because they claim to have a suspect. More importantly, we're going to ensure that this doesn't blow up in our faces.
5 dead federal witnesses indicates it already has.
Who's the suspect?
Some glorified security guard from a Chicago-based pharmaceutical company.
Well, he's a long way from home. What is he doing in the crater formerly known as sunny California?
Working in a branch office out of Palo Alto.
James Linwood Prescott.
Hey, kiddo. So you found your phone.
I'm sorry, Rhea can't come to the phone right now. If you'd like to leave a message...
Robin, where's Rhea?
I don't know. I just have her phone. Which is remarkably devoid of sparkly designs for a girl her age.
Where are you?
Around. Don't worry. Your daughter is safe at school. I want to ask you a question.
Sure. You want to come by my office and we can talk about it?
Oh, gee, can I? I want to know about your friend, Beverly.
You're being investigated for murder and you want to know about someone that doesn't even exist?
Come now, detective. Let's not play games.
Says the man on the phone.
Says the man on the phone. Thing is, Chase, we don't just see what we want to see, we see the things we need to see. Just because everyone who saw your friend, Beverly, is now dust and ash, doesn't mean she never existed.
Sure does. What happened to Melissa, Robin?
I'll tell you what. You tell me what I want to know, and I'll tell you what happened to your precious Melissa.
Quid pro quo?
Quid pro quo, Clarice.
No dice. What happened to Melissa, Robin?
You're hardly in a position to demand anything, are you?
Then we have nothing further to talk about.
How often do you lie awake with her voice in your head? What lie do you tell yourself then? Does it sound as empty and hollow as it does in the daylight? I suspect that no matter how hard you try to convince yourself otherwise, for your sake and for your daughter's sake, there isn't a moment you don't lie awake in the cold, quiet hours of the night, seeing, tasting, and feeling everything she had Prescott do to you.
What happened to Melissa?
Over and over again, every second of every day, every moment, there she is. And why the world smiles and tells us that she never existed, you and I know different.
You used her to get information on Deborah, didn't you? Because you weren't welcome there anymore, because Kristen wasn't going to give you any new information.
Oh yes, we know different. Because we hear those voices hissing and crawling like little lost insects.
But you needed more. You wanted more. Because for you, it's not about what happened in San Jose, and it's not about refuting Wayland's bullshit. It's about your power and your recognition and about your precious tenure. And when you couldn't get what you wanted on your own, you used her. And when she gave you what you needed, you put your fingers around her neck and you squeezed the life out of her.
I am no more responsible for her death than you are for Andrew's. These sins we can't wash away.
I am nothing like you. I hear nothing. I see nothing. What happened to Melissa, Robin?
Don't tell me you don't lie awake at night listening to the never-ending whispers. Don't tell me lies, little girl.
You're not going to weasel your way out of this by ranting and raving about James Prescott. What happened to Melissa?
You know what's coming, and you know it can't be stopped. So you hide, and people die.
Robin, you listen to me. You've got a choice here about how things are going to work out. And you and I both know this is not the way it has to be.
Free will's not as infallible as some would have you believe. Do me a favor. Give Rhea a kiss for dear Uncle Robin.
For someone who was head of special projects for Santec, I mean, does it strike you as odd that out of the 79 research projects, Westryn was only overseeing one? The Genome Initiative. There's nothing here on it besides a 6-year-old press release. A multi-phase initiative to map and trace the evolutionary line of mitochondrial DNA. Sounds very Hidakusena.
I handed Griffin my letter of resignation this morning.
What? When the hell were you going to tell me?
I just did.
Wait a minute. I don't get it. This is your life.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I've got Rhea to think about. I'm all she has now.
I thought we'd agreed that I'd help out. That we'd take care of her. Hey!
It's just... I can't do this anymore.
Can't do what? Talk to me. I need to know what's going on.
I have a place in Cranes Bay. I want Rhea to grow up there. I don't want her here. I don't want her a part of this life. I don't want her so close to whatever happened in San Jose. I don't want her to think that her mother died because of us.
Andrew?
Look, I probably shouldn't have said anything. It's just... After Maria... I don't know.
Andrew, later. Dr. Westryn?
Palo Alto Police Department.
Bad feeling?
Oh, yeah. 815, we got anyone else checking in on our friend today?
Negative 815.
Shit.
Request assistance, 1623 Orchid Drive, code 42.
The secrets we keep. They're the truth. Inside.
Equal will find out. And that lie that you're so quiet to keep quiet will destroy more than just me.
But I never touched her.
That lie that you're so keen to keep quiet.
But I never touched her.
Did you think you have any secrets from me?
Robin Quick. Now there's a name I haven't heard in a while.
People will find out. And that lie that you're so keen to keep quiet will destroy more than just me.
You didn't honestly think I was going to let you kill yourself, did you? You done?
What are you?
What does it look like?
I'm going insane.
Works for me.
Well, what do you want?
Well, since you've said you're insane, I guess the question is, what do you want?
What do I want?
I don't know. You said you're insane. I, on the other hand, would like to play a game. A game? Oh, don't look so constipated. You just have to be your charming self. And if you win... And what if I lose? But don't worry. Believe it or not,
I want you to win.
You needn't worry about me trying to escape. I've done what I needed to do.
Her windpipe's crushed. She was choked to death.
Not your usual MO.
You're assuming I killed her.
No one else here?
No, I suppose not.
There is someone else here, isn't there?
What? What do you hear, Detective?
Who killed Westryn?
You hear them, don't you? The voices in the dark. Whispering, crawling, squirming up the back of your neck like an insect. The ghosts of San Jose.
Who killed Westryn?
Deep into the darkness peering. Long I've stood there wondering, doubting, fearing, dreaming dreams that no mortal ever dared dream before.
James. I love Edgar Allan Poe as much as the next guy. But let's assume for a moment that the Raven holds no significance in this situation. So I'm going to be as clear as I possibly can be here. Lauren Westryn murdered 1 million people. Whether it was by intent or by sheer incompetence, you killed her. And honestly, I'm not going to lose much sleep over that. But outside this room, people deserve an answer. And they're going to get one. San Jose is dead and gone. And I want to know why, or I'm going to blow your fucking head off.
it wasn't always this way. I never pulled the wings off of dragonflies or kicked my dog. Went to church on Sundays. My parents raised me right.
And yet, here we are. We all have our little secrets in life, Robin. Some of us pine for lost loves and paths not taken. Blinded by grief and regret, we lose sight of who and what we are. Others know who they are, and are unsatisfied by it, seeking out anything and everything they think will make them whole. Still others, my dear, sweet Robin, find solace in choking the life out of little girls.
Not me. I'm not that person.
No? Enlighten me. Why did you steal more than just her phone from your friend's desk? No one is who they pretend to be, Robin. You can lie to yourself and hide behind your publications and your tenure, but who you are, deep down, where only God and the devil can see, you're nothing but a man who likes to choke little girls.
That is not who I am.
Do you know what sin is, Robin? You could forget about the Pope. You can forget about Moses. If you're looking for what true sin really is, you'll never find it in an encyclical or on stone tablets. It's not a commandment, and it's not a covenant. It's a whisper. True sin is desiring to be something you are not. To know what you are not meant to know. It is desire. It is obsession. It is ambition. Your life is sin, Robin. That detective wants to end it. And what becomes of the sinner? You can end it. You can atone. But first, you need to be what you were meant to be.
Chase, you're gonna love this.
You gotta listen to this. To whom hast thou uttered words, and whose spirit came from thee? Ha Repha'im. They that are deceased are formed from under waters, and the inhabitants thereof. Hell is naked before them, and destruction hath no covering.
That's fascinating, Chase, really.
According to the girl that did Melissa's tattoo, it's a name. Repha'im.
Repha'im?
Yeah, I've heard it before. Prescott used it. I call her Beverly.
So, what's up with the field trip?
Is everything okay?
I didn't see anyone.
This really make me feel better.
What's going on?
We found your cell phone, huh?
And you couldn't wait to give it back to me when I got home because...
Because somebody else has it.
Okay.
I just want to make sure you're okay.
Am I being stalked?
No.
Of course not.
Don't be silly.
That was not very reassuring, but you really don't have to worry because Chris has been teaching me self-defense.
Oh, that's reassuring.
Actually, self-defense isn't a bad idea for a girl your age. Exercise, meet people, self-confidence. I can call a couple people, set it up for you.
Your English teacher, for example.
James, not helping. Roland's right. We should look at some places tonight. I'll even pay for some lessons.
Cool, I should get stalked more often then. So, what did I miss?
Roland, you were gonna say something?
Don't look at me. You were in the middle of the whole Repha'im thing.
Right.
What's a Repha'im?
I don't know, it's just... Wait, what did you say?
What's a Repha'im? What?
Chase?
What's a Repha'im?
Chase?
Why does that sound so familiar?
You said, go, now, fly, Repha'im.
I think it means she has something to do with San Jose.
What do you mean that's what Prescott said?
I don't know.
She was the woman who killed my father. I've heard that word before. The night my mother died, you said it in your sleep. You said, go, now, fly, Repha'im. What does that mean?
I wish I knew, all right?
Is it possible that the same woman who killed my father also killed Melissa?
I don't know why or how that would be the case.
But there's definitely something there, right?
I don't know. But I'm sure as hell gonna find out. Listen, you don't have to stay, you know.
I told you I'd get my date. I find it easier not to argue with Doug.
I'm fine. We're fine. I'm sure he's not, like, hiding in the bushes.
Yeah, but imagine how crappy I'd feel if he was. Besides, I drove all the way here. Oh, come on, it'll be fun. I can make sandwiches, we can play Parcheesi. Kids love Parcheesi.
That's funny. I feel an intense desire to hurt and kill them.
All right, fine. Stay. Go and get ready for dinner, okay? And it's not a date.
Oh, perish the thoughts. So, what's going on with you and Roland?
What do you mean? I shouldn't have to wonder if I can trust my partner. I don't like saying that, but maybe everyone's right. Roland's right, Doug's right, Deborah and Prescott and Andrew were just distractions.
I had a thought about that. When I was a kid, my grandmother used to say that there are 3 sides to every story. Your side, their side, and the truth. I think Doug and Roland are right. I think you are distracted by Deborah. But I also think that you are right in suspecting that they may have been involved. There are aspects of this case that make me wonder if maybe someone wants you to be distracted So you lose focus on what's really important.
What's that?
Melissa was an amazing girl. She loved and was loved by everyone she ever met. Whatever happens, Chase, however this ends, it's important that you don't lose focus on the fact that who she was and what she meant to everyone. The choices we make in life are dependent on our focus.
So I should just ignore Dabra?
No. Make Melissa your focus. If they're involved, it's the only way you're gonna get them. You haven't lived until you've tried one of my world-famous turkey sandwiches.
Oh, yeah? Well, Rhea said you had a little pickle placement problem.
This is not true. My pickle placement is both pragmatic and perfect. I've had no complaints.
Alliteration won't save you. She's usually very insightful.
Well, you're about to be pleasantly surprised.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt?